I'm going with Terrence Crawford. You know, big weight jump, a dangerous fight, but somebody's got to prove to me that they can break Terrence Crawford's will and that he can't figure it out against you. You know, it ain't no disrespect toward Canelo, but I've said this the last couple of years. I'm not betting against Terrence Crawford against nobody right now. You got to show me that you can beat him.
I fought against Crawford. I couldn't even hit clean. They both hit hard because, and you could see the strength when I was fighting against Crawford. He is very strong as well. So look, yeah, but why does he need to give that much away? He's pound for pound #1 in the world. Why does he have to go for fighting Canelo?
Canelo Crawford.
It's very hard. 50-50. For me, pound for pound, #1 is Terrence Crawford.
When seasoned boxing professionals talk about the highly anticipated bout between Canelo Alvarez and, there is broad agreement, Terrence Crawford. It's unlikely that this fight will be competitive. Experts contend that Crawford is at a significant disadvantage as a result of moving up 2 weight classes into the super middleweight division. With his championship background at heavier weights and his demonstrated ability to throw brutal body blows and take down opponents at 168 pounds, Canelo is predicted to outclass Crawford's style and physique. Crawford was warned by Jiren Ennis that it would be a grave mistake to go directly to 168 pounds against Canelo. He emphasized that Canelo had long dominated super middleweight and frequently knocked out bigger opponents, and he advised Bud to start with a warm-up match at 160 pounds.
But I think you gotta lean more towards Canelo because, like I said before, he been putting big guys out and down, and Canelo not even really a 68 pounder. He probably really should be at 60 maybe, and he been hurting these guys. I think he be dropping these guys and things like that. So, and them guys be way bigger than him come fight night. I know that for sure. They be probably close to 200 pounds, and he dropping those guys like that. So, I don't know. You know, it's gonna be a great fight. You know, the fans want to see it. So, so be it. I think Crawford should take a warm up fight. At like 60 or like at least at 60, just to get his body, to feeling of somebody a little bit bigger, and things like that. I know when you go up a weight, you gotta, develop that power and not develop the power, but like put that muscle on and be heavier and things like that. So he might not want to take a fight because he's trying to build up right now. But I think he should just to stay sharp and that way he don't have like a long layoff or anything like that.
According to former champion Carl Froch, Crawford is moving up weight classes and probably won't last more than 6 rounds against Canelo's brutal bodywork and strength. Given that Terrence Crawford jumped up 2 or 3 weight divisions, Froch believes that Crawford will have trouble surviving more than 4 to 6 rounds against Canelo Alvarez.
It was absolutely crap, load of rubbish. The fight really was a waste of time. If you haven't watched it, don't watch it because there's better things you can be doing, like probably watching the grass grow or watching some paint dry maybe. But that fight was a total waste of time. Watching that as a former unified super middleweight world boxing champion and Hall of Famer, I was thinking to myself, what an opportunity you've got there. If I was fighting still 10 years ago, if that opportunity came up for me, I know Canelo Alvarez is going to be a tough fight for anybody. I know it's a long ask trying to beat a guy like that, but come on. If I'm in there with Canelo for whatever amount of money, there's going to come a point where I'm saying, right, I'm going for it now. Probably around 3 or 4, I'm going to stick it on him and have a go. To be given an opportunity like that, Skull, defending his IBF title and potentially becoming undisputed, to go in there and just perform like that, for me, it's not acceptable. And I think in my day and with my mindset and the way I used to fight, I'd have gone for it. Just gone for it and then give the fans, give the boxing fans and do myself and my trainer proud.
He has passed his best. He's had over 60 fights. Mm-hmm. Made a fortune. Why is he even still fighting? But this is a super fight against Crawford. Yeah. But it could go wrong for him. He could end up losing. Whoever loses, it'll be an upset because the amount of people that think Crawford's going to win. Crawford's certainly an unbelievable bad boy fighter, proper good fighter. Then you've got Canelo who just understands the game.
Abel Sanchez, Gennady Golovkin's former trainer, called the fight ludicrous, emphasizing that Crawford would require a knockout to prevail since he lacks the strength and development necessary to compete at 168 pounds.
Canelo versus Terrence Crawford. I'd like to get your thoughts on how that fight plays out and a prediction, if possible.
Okay, well, first of all, Terrence Crawford is a great fighter, but so is Canelo. I think that, in my opinion, their IQ is similar, except Canelo doesn't get hit like Crawford gets hit. In my opinion, Canelo's a bigger man, not that he started out as a bigger man, but he's now a bigger man. He has been hit by not only Gennady, who's one of the biggest punchers that ever coached and I've ever seen, but he's also been hit by Bivol, by Kovalev, who's a big puncher. You know, he's been hit by big guys. Crawford had a hard time with a 154-pounder who hit him often. So I think that no matter how much weight he puts on, no matter how smart he thinks he is or how big he thinks he is, he's going to be getting hit by a truck. And he's not used to that. And I think that at the beginning, just like it was with Kell Brook and Gennady, at the beginning, the speed and the talent.
Caron Davis, a sparring insider who trained with both boxers, supported Canelo as well, pointing to his physicality and larger frame as the obvious advantage.
It'll be a lot you have to. It'll be a lot to get that victory based on, you know, size alone. Not that size win fights, but you got a guy that got size and skill. It'll be hard. I mean, nothing's impossible. But if I had my money on somebody winning the fight, it'll be Canelo Alvarez. Even though Terence Crawford is a great fighter, they're both great fighters. You got two great fighters in there. But I think one guy got the advantage due to his makeup, his body type, how big of a person he is, and I think that will be a deciding factor in that fight.
Jumping up 21 pounds, would Crawford have to fight the perfect fight?
Absolutely. Size will play a factor in that fight. It won't. It'll be a lot harder to damage Canelo. Canelo his punches will be way more effective than Crawford's punches if they fight at 168. So I think it'll be an issue. It's not impossible, but it would be hard.
Terence Crawford believes his greatest edge isn't power, it's elite fight IQ and adaptability. In interviews, he explained that he doesn't need a knockout just to outsmart Canelo. He plans to feel out Alvarez early, then adjust mid-fight and pick apart gaps. Crawford emphasized his ability to switch stances, bait, and disrupt rhythm, turning Canelo's pressure into a moving target. He said shrinking, sharpening, and smart offense will matter more than sheer strength. He also downplayed size concerns. Crawford argued, "You only know how strong someone really is once you fight them," and he sees no mystery about his own power to hurt Canelo.